Good afternoon, students. We had been discussing the chemical properties of metals and non-metals in our previous classes, right? We had discussed the reaction between metals with oxygen and reaction between metals with water. I hope you have understood, you have learned those topics. Today, we are going to discuss few more chemical properties of metals, and then we will discuss the chemical properties of non-metals. Okay, shall we start? First of all, we will discuss the reaction between metals with acid. Reaction with acids. Reaction with acids. Okay. Please understand, whenever a metal reacts with acid, it produces hydrogen gas. A gas will be produced as a result of the reaction, and it is hydrogen gas. For example, if you have a piece of magnesium metal with you and you are adding it into dilute HCl, hydrochloric acid solution, magnesium is added to hydrochloric acid solution. Hydrochloric acid. Okay. What product is formed? Please understand, here magnesium metal will react with chloride atom to form magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas. If magnesium metals react with an acid, what product will be formed? A salt, magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas will be formed. Okay, if any metal reacts with an acid, it definitely forms hydrogen gas along with the salt. Okay, if let us discuss one more example. If sodium is another metal, okay, if it reacts with hydrochloric acid HCl, the products formed are NaCl, sodium chloride and hydrogen gas. Sodium reacts with hydrochloric acid to form sodium chloride and hydrogen gas. Is it clear? So whenever a metal reacts with an acid, what products are formed there? A salt and hydrogen gas. Understand this, okay? Whenever a metal reacts with an acid, a salt and hydrogen gas will be formed. Is it clear? Now let us discuss the reaction with bases. Reaction with bases, okay? Reaction with bases. Similar to acids, some metals like some metals like aluminium and zinc reacts with strong bases like NaOH. Sodium hydroxide is a base, okay, it's a strong base. Zinc reacts with strong bases like sodium hydroxide to form a salt and hydrogen gas. So similar to acids, bases also reacts with metals, but not all the metals, okay. Bases reacts with metals such as aluminium and zinc to form salt and hydrogen gas. In case of zinc, when these two reacts, the salt formed will be sodium zincate. Salt is sodium zincate. sodium syngate, salt and hydrogen gas will be formed. Have you understood the reaction between metals with acid and the reaction between metals with bases? Whenever acid reacts with a metal, hydrogen gas will be formed. Similarly, when bases react with metals, hydrogen gas will be formed. Is it clear? Now let me show you the reaction between some metals with dilute hydrochloric acid. We have taken magnesium, aluminium, zinc and copper metals. First of all, we are going to add magnesium metal into the dilute hydrochloric acid solution. As you can see, a vigorous reaction will take place in between magnesium and dilute hydrochloric acid, and hydrogen gas will be formed. The bubbles formed in this reaction is hydrogen gas. Next, we are going to add aluminium metal into dilute hydrochloric acid solution. There you can see the formation of bubbles. It is actually hydrogen gas, and hydrogen gas will be produced in this reaction too. Next, we are going to add zinc metal into the hydrochloric acid solution. Here also hydrogen gas is formed, as you can see on the screen, but the number of bubbles or the reactions little slower as compared to magnesium and aluminium. Now the last metal, copper, is added into the dilute hydrochloric acid solution. There is no bubbles formed, right? This is because copper metal does not react with dilute hydrochloric acid. So the reactivity of these metals towards dilute hydrochloric acid decreases from magnesium to copper. Magnesium is greater than aluminium and aluminium is greater than zinc. Zinc is greater than copper. Whenever metals react with acids, a salt and hydrogen gas will be formed, but in the case of copper, it does not react with hydrochloric acid. Now we learn another important chemical reaction called displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Okay. Let us learn this reaction through an experiment, through an activity. Okay. Let us consider we have taken copper sulfate solution, blue colored copper sulfate solution. Okay, copper sulfate solution. It will be a blue color solution. Copper sulfate solution is actually a blue color solution. This is the symbol of copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate solution can be represented by using the symbol CuSO4. Okay. Now we are going to add small pieces of iron nail. Iron can be represented by the symbol Fe because its Latin name is ferrum. That's why we have taken the symbol Fe. Okay. And we are going to add few iron nails into this copper sulfate solution. We have added iron nails into copper sulfate solution. Okay. Now let's see what happens after. If you look at the solution for some time, you will observe that the solution color will get changed into green. After some time, the solution will be turned into green and there will be a brown color coating formed over the surface of this iron nails. A brown color coating will be formed over the surface of iron nail. Okay. What could be the reason? That's what we are going to discuss. Okay. What could be the reason and what reactions has taken place there? We have added iron nails into copper sulfate solution, right? Iron nails into copper sulfate solution. Iron or copper, which one is more reactive? Iron metal or copper metal, which one is more reactive towards atmospheric air? Iron, right? Iron will get corroded easily, right? Because of its higher reactive than copper. Because it is more reactive than copper. Okay, so that please understand, since iron is more reactive than copper, what happens here? Iron will react with CuSO4. Iron will react with the CuSO4 and it will replace or displace copper from this compound. It will remove copper from this compound and the place will be occupied by iron. It will remove copper from this compound. Copper will be removed from this compound and that place will be occupied by iron. That means the product formed will be FeSO4. Iron takes the place of Cu. Iron occupies the place of Cu to form FeSO4. Now CuSO4 solution has turned into FeSO4. FeSO4 is a green color substance. FeSO4 is a green color substance, and that's why the solution has turned into green. Solution has turned into green. And what is remaining there? Cu, right? Cu has removed from there and Cu ions will be there. Am I right? Those Cu ions will get attracted to the surface of this iron nail. These Cu ions will go towards the surface of iron nails and will stick on the surface. Okay, and that's why there is a brown color coating formed over the surface of iron nail. Okay, do you understand how the blue color solution is turned into green? I can demonstrate this experiment or reaction using an activity or an experiment. After that, you will understand what reaction is taking place in between iron and copper sulfate. Did you understand why the copper sulfate solution turned into FeSO4? Because iron is more reactive than copper, so iron displaces copper from this compound to form iron sulfate. And please understand, there will be number of copper sulfate molecules. Number of copper sulfate particles will be there in this solution. That's why it was blue in color, right? And all these number of copper sulfate molecules or particles will be changed into iron sulfate. All the copper sulfate particle which was present in this solution will be changed into iron sulfate. That's why the solution color changed into green. And the surface, iron nail surface is coated with copper. That's why there is a brown color formed over the surface of iron nail. And this reaction is called displacement reaction. Displacement reaction is a reaction in which a more reactive element or a more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from its compound. Reactions in which a more reactive element displaces a less reactive element from its compound is called a displacement reaction. Now let me show you how iron reacting with copper sulfate solution. We have taken a stand and then a conical flask. Copper sulfate solution and an iron nail. Okay. Now we are going to fix the conical flask on the stand. and copper sulfate solution is going to be added. We are adding copper sulfate solution. As you can see, copper sulfate solution is a blue color solution, and we are going to add the iron nail into it. Now we have to keep this apparatus undisturbed for some time. As time goes, you'll observe that the blue color solution turns into green. Can you see the change in color of the solution? And a brown color coating is formed over the surface of iron nail. This is because of the reaction between iron and copper sulfate. Since iron is more reactive than copper, it displaces a copper to form iron sulfate. The green color solution is actually iron sulfate. Okay, and see the brown color coating formed over the surface of iron nail. It's because of copper. Copper is coated on the surface of iron nail, and this reaction is called displacement reaction. Reaction in which more reactive element displaces a less reactive element from its compound. Displacement reaction.